It's time to finish washing them up, chop them, and put them in the basket. Get them processing. I'm not going to go into why you want to ferment them or what takes place, but basically you're making your fruit rots, and it's a scientific explanation. I ain't going into it, but I've read a lot about it, seen a lot about it, viewed a lot about it on Facebook, and that's how a lot of your really good hot sauces are made. So what do I want? I want a really good hot sauce. So there you go. It lasts on the shelves longer. It'll sit on the shelf for as long as you want it to. I don't let mine ferment as long as what Tabasco does. Tabasco sauce is fermented, but you get a better flavor, better shelf life, and a better hot sauce out of the whole deal. So there you go. We ended up with 25 scorpion peppers. 25 scorpion peppers per 1 5-gallon bucket. Equals 5 peppers per 1 gallon. So we're going to be able to put a disclaimer on this, because it's going to be some hot stuff. I like to wash them 3 times. I don't know. Goes back to my carburetor cleaning. Engine cleaning rigmarole. Kurt told me one time, he said, son, if you clean something 3 times, it's bound to be clean when you get done. He's right. Basically, I mean, we're just washing them off. To get all the funky stuff off of them. I ended up with about, I don't know, about a third of no, not really that much, of a pot of bad stuff that I cut off of them. They sure look pretty after they come out of there. They're all shiny. I ain't gonna pick the camera up, bring you over here and show them to you, because I got my gloves on due to COVID. Gloves are scarce, so you use as few pair of gloves as I can, but they gotta have gloves. See that little bitty, that right there bring a man to his knees. Just smelling this stuff right now. Gotta get into me. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be good though. Linda said when she walked in the door, her lips started burning. I think that's because she wanted to kiss me. She does love me. I don't know. I ain't figured that part out yet. Okay, 3 good washings right there. Get these chopped up and we'll do the rest of them. My ninja. Just take them put them in there any which way. There ain't no certain way to put them in. A little doohickey on there. Turn it on. Boy, I used to have an awesome blender, and it was a glass blender, and I love the way it worked. I ain't gonna give no names out or anything like that, because I had it for 2 years. I broke the picture on it twice. Yeah, twice. And so the second time I broke it, I decided I wasn't calling them back and getting another one. And I run into this thing at Walmart one day while we was out dodging the COVID last spring, and come upon this, and I just couldn't pass it up. Oh, wait a minute. It came with a blender, a chopper, and 2 little mini, like smoothie cups that you blend in. I don't eat too many smoothies. Not yet, anyway. Someday I guess I'll have to, but until then, I ain't gonna eat no smoothie. I want my steak ready, red and juicy. See? Ooh, it's strong, smell it. Ended up with about our first bucket was about 3/4 of a bucket, and this one was about a half a bucket. Whenever I got done de-stemming them and getting the bad ones out, getting the leaves out of them. But like I said, next time, I mean, you live and you learn, you know. I come in Sunday afternoon with that bucket. I wanted to pick them before the cold front was hit, and I wasn't sure when the cold front was going to hit. Lo and behold, it hit this last night. But I knew that these peppers had shrank in size, so I knew that some of them had rotted. They were ripe. They were ready to be picked when I picked them. So it didn't take just a minute for some of them to go overripe. And the sweet peppers did worse. They did worse than any of them. Banana peppers. Scorpion peppers did pretty good as far as holding their spoilage rate, I guess what you would say. They didn't spoil. Whenever you pick something that's ripe, it'll go to a rot stage pretty fast if you don't watch it. You can't let them sit out. I'm interested to see how those sweet potatoes come out. This is my first time to ever grow sweet potatoes. And Oh, I ended up with about a 5-gallon bucket, maybe 5.5 gallons. I don't know. Pretty good amount. It's more than what me and Linda eat. We'll have fresh sweet potatoes for Christmas, Thanksgiving. We'll have sweet potatoes. Well, all year if we want. I know you can make fries out of them, this and that, but I don't know, I'm not really. I love sweet potatoes. I'm more into sweet potato pie. And this is a second wash on these. I have made up my mind. I took last year, or this past year, growing tomatoes. I had my watering system set up and everything. And last year, I got a 5-gallon bucket full of green tomatoes this time of year. And I was real proud of them because, I mean, I knew that they weren't going to ripen. They didn't have time to ripen. So I took a slice them and put them in the freezer. I had fried green tomatoes all winter. See, I made some of you guys real jealous about that. And showing pictures of them and everything when nobody else had green tomatoes. I was having fried green tomatoes. But this year, I watered them and watered them and watered them all spring or all summer for the rest of the summer after I done got them. And canned all the tomatoes I wanted, and I went out there this day before yesterday. I had a half a dozen little small cherry-like tomatoes. They were really sweet. They were really good. But and then I had those 2 tomatoes there, and I had 1 green tomato about as big as your hand. I didn't pick it. Linda don't like green tomatoes. 1 green tomato ain't gonna make a batch of fried green tomatoes like I like to eat. So I left it out there. Maybe it'll ripen. No, it'll fall off the vine. Shame. My water bill's $150, $200 a month every month. If y'all would, if y'all want to donate some money, you can send me some money for a water well. I would sure put it for good use. It's the only way you can afford water around here for a garden. Get the rest of these chopped up. Then I'm gonna have to go find garlic and onions and put that in there. Might put some apples in it. I don't know. I'm thinking on it. I got about 6 or 8 apples over there that need to do something done with. I ain't trying to turn it into no mulch or nothing like that. As long as they're cut open. A lot of people just they slice them in half or quarters and put them in there. But I've got so many. I ain't got time for that. It took me forever to get all these destemmed and separated. So this right here, it really helps. Sam Jones shop picture here in Groveton told the class one time, he said the job's halfway done whenever you got the right tool in your hand. fella knows what he is talking about. Oh, I forgot. Doggone it. I was supposed to boil water this morning, so I'd have enough water to put in this. Oh well. You know what? I got some bottled water left over from hurricane season. We were lucky enough that we didn't have to fight the hurricanes this year. We looked at a few of them, but we dodged the bullet. Thank you, Jesus. I know some of you guys over in Louisiana, man, y'all had it rough. I know y'all did. That's one of the reasons I like to service that area where you people got good, strong integrity. Y'all good people. Love Louisiana Cajun culture more as much as I love the Texas culture. In fact, I tell a lot of folks that the Louisiana state line is over on the Interstate 45. That's kind of where the pine trees stop and the scrub brush and what everybody imagines Texas to look like begins. Texas is not all scrub brush and desert like people think. Texas is a beautiful state. That's all of them. Can you see? The levels right there. See where I got there? It's just a mulch. I mean, it's just a mulch. And I'll take and I'm gonna cut up 4 onions, just cut them in squares, or not squares, but in quarters, and throw them in there, 4 onions. And I'll take about 4 whole garlic heads, and I'll take and clean them up, get them clean, and get the skins off of them and mash them and put them in there. And then I will take a tea pitcher, just plain old tea pitcher, and I'll pour it full of water. It's going to take about 3 gallons, 4 gallons of water, something like that. I don't know, about 3 gallons of water. And I will take and weigh it as I get ready to pour it in there. I do not add the salt until I pour the water in. That way I don't mix up too much, I don't mix up too little, because it's supposed to be a 6% solution. You take and take your water, you put it on your little scale right here, just like this. You pour your water in there, you do your tare, and then do a quick mathematical equation, get your percentage of salt that you need to add to it, do a tare on that, and then put that many grams of salt in it, and then pour that water in there. Okay, now you want this to be approximately about right along in here, covered with water. All right, and this here is going to be, it's going to be sealed off with a bucket. I'll have to do a third part on this video because you guys ain't going to want to sit around and wait on me to go get the water and the onions and the garlic, because I mean, just face it, it's going to take me a little while, so I'm going to have to do a third part on this video. So at that time, I'll give you my rundown on it. But that's what's going to happen. Then we'll put a lid on here that's got a hole drilled in it and a tube that comes out of it that comes down into a gallon jug. I'll show you all that. And then it's going to sit from anywhere from 6 weeks to 6 months. I usually let mine sit in there until about 4, 5, 6 months. Whenever I get good and ready to, and then I'll take it and pull it out of there, and I'll make another video series on that, on how to process it. Because at that point, whenever you process it, you're gonna take and drain all of that brine off of it, and then you'll take pulverize. I mean, you're gonna liquefy all them peppers and seeds and everything that's in there. You're gonna, garlic and the onions, you're gonna liquefy it, and then run it through a strainer and a sieve, and what you get out of that is gonna be just pure liquid, and it should be pourable. You'll have to mix it up to where you can actually pour it. You don't want your liquids to, you want to emulsify it, but you don't want your liquids that you add to it to be more than what you can emulsify into it and turn it all into the same liquid. Because if you do, then it'll separate. When you put it in the refrigerator, it'll sit there and it'll separate. The two liquids will separate. The water will separate from the pepper sauce. And then you got to shake the bottle. That's how you know you get a diluted pepper sauce. Whenever you buy a brand of pepper sauce, if you open it, if you set it up for a series of weeks or months and it separates, it'll have two separate layers. You'll have to shake it up to get those layers to blend together to get what you bought, the flavor that you bought. Otherwise, you're getting it full of strength. Or if you drain that water off there, you're getting it full of pepper strength. I don't want it to do that. I want mine to be the pure thing. I got a bottle of, take these gloves off real fast. I got a bottle in the refrigerator. I've been eating on them for 6 months, a year. It's hot stuff. This is Tabasco sauce. This is real Tabasco sauce. I ain't shaking this up none, but you can look there and you can see the seasonings in it. I mean, it's got little specks of this and that. I mean, but it's there and it ain't shook. I mean, it clings to the side of the bottle. It's got Scoville rating to it. It's just plain old Tabasco sauce that I made myself. I fermented it in a peanut butter jar, and I think this stuff gets hotter by the day. You put it in the refrigerator and it gets hotter. I do believe it does. The jars, I've had this jar out since, well, I guess since last spring, whenever I blended that stuff up and made it, and it's lasted that long. Oh shoot, I got more to do. Oh, what am I doing? Anyway, I'll get back with you guys on that.